When Mrs. Toggle's children arrived at school in the morning, they changed in the hall from their boots to their shoes.
When the bell rang, they picked up their boots and book bags and marched along into their room.
They stuffed the boots and bags into their cubby holes and hung up their coats. Then they sat down in their desk.
Good morning, Miss Toggles, the children said in their best morning voices.
Good morning, class, said Mrs. Toggle in a usually grumpy voice.
Then the children noticed that Miss Toggle was still wearing her coat, the big puffy fuchsia-colored one that she got for Christmas.
Miss Toggle,
yelled Joey.
You forgot to take off your jacket. Coat.
I didn't forget,
said Miss Toggle uncomfortably. I can't take it off because the zipper is stuck. I'm afraid it's going to be a long project.
How does the zipper get stuck?
Nina asked.
Miss Toggle fanned her face. How does any zipper get stuck? First, a tiny bit of cloth gets caught in it. Then you pull and keep pulling a little too hard, and before you know it, you're trapped in your coat like a hand in a cookie jar.
The children gathered around Mrs. Toggle's desk to see for themselves.
Yep.
Said Joey.
That zipper stuck is trick. Tuck is tuck. Stuck.
There's noddled.
What's worse? Said Miss Toggle. The thingamajig is gone.
The
what? Said the children.
The thingamajig that you pull the zipper up and down with, mine's lost.
Oh.
Groaned the children. They all thought happily about their own coats hanging on the hooks with their zippers open and the thingamajig still on them.
Maybe we can help.
Said Coraline.
It's worth a try, said Miss Toggle.
Mrs. Toggle braced her feet onto the floor. She leaned forward in her chair and held out her arms. Some children grabbed on the sleeve, some other sleeve. Paul and Nina grabbed fistfuls and collar. Collar.
No! Yelled Miss Toggle, and everybody pulled.
And everybody landed with thuds and blood on the floor. Miss Toggle's collar was as fair as her, but no further than that.
Paul wanted to get busy learning the timetables.
Miss Toggle. Miss
He
Toggle.
said,
Let's go the nurse office. Maybe Miss Scott can help you.
So So Miss Toggle and the children tugged down to the office of Miss Scott, the nurse's, the school nurse.
When Mrs. Scott saw Mrs. Toggle's hot red face, she reached for the thermometer and popped it into Mrs. Toggle's mouth.
Miss Toggle shook her head.
I don't have a temperature. Don't talk with a thermometer in your mouth.
Said Mrs. Scott simply.
I'll telephone your mother. I don't live with my mother.
Mumbled Miss Toggle.
Mouth closed.
Ordered Mrs. Scott.
Nina spoke up.
She got stuck. She's got stuck and she's not sick and she doesn't live with her mother because she's a grown-up. Miss Toggle is hot because she can't get her coat off. The zipper's stuck and the thingamajig is lost. Then we must pull it off.
Said Mrs. Scott.
Somebody get my card. Sage. Get me hard. Let's. Oh, we tried that.
Paul
Tried
said-
that.
Paul said.
This time we'll add a bandage.
Then there's a word. Answer.
Then no. This time we'll add a bandage. Bandages make noodles all better. But first, Miss Toggle, you must take that thermometer out of your mouth.
Miss Scott stuck a bandage on the zipper where the thingamajig was supposed to be. Then she pulled and the children pulled and they all ended up with thud, bumps, bangs, on the floor of Miss Scott's office.
Miss Toggle's collar was as fair as her nose, but no further than that. Miss Scott shook her head.
I must call the principal. He'll know what to do with you.
The principal, Mr. Stickler, left important matters on his desk to hurry to the nurse's office.
Mr. Stickler frowned when he saw Mrs. Toggle.
Miss Toggle, it's against the school rules to wear your coat all day.
I'm sorry, said Miss Toggle.
What's it called?
But I can't take my coat off. The zipper is stuck.
Oh. Tell him about the thingamajig.
Said Nina.
The what?
Said Mr. Stickler asked.
The what's it called? You can know. You know.
Said Paul.
The what? The what? What's it? The doodad.
Said Caroline.
The what's it called?
Said Joey.
My students are right,
Said Miss
Miss.
Toggle.
The thingamajig is missing from my zipper.
The principal frowned and
Miss Toggle.
my job, I have learned that if you want to get out of a tight spot, you must follow the rules. Pay attention, children.
He said.
Make 2 straight lines. One line pull on the right arm, and the other line pull on the left. Mrs. Scott, you be responsible for the collar. I shall pull. Get my collar. Pull Mrs. Toggle's feet.
We tried that,
said Joey.
Audrey, we're at Stan's heart. Go. Say your heart.
Oh. Pulling doesn't work.
man, I agree.
Did you make a straight line?
Asked Mr. Stickler.
That's the rule. Stay in straight lines. You get ready, get set, pull.
The children and Mrs. Scott pulled on one direction. Mr. Stickler pulled in the other direction. Miss Toggle tried to make herself small and words.
But with thud, thumps, bang, and a top, they all ended up on the floor once more. Miss Toggle's collar was as far as her nose, but no further than that.
Mr. Stickler said,
Enough of this. We don't want holes in the school floor. Just because of Mr. Toggle zipper, I'm calling the custodian. I'm afraid he'll have to cut this coat off.
No! Yelled the children as Toggle cried.
Never! The custodian, Mr. Abel, alive, told gold in every pocket. He looked at Mrs. Toggle and her coat.
It's the building too cold for you?
Yes, kindly.
Maybe the thermostat. I might have. Maybe the thermostat's off. I'll go check. Wait,
Said Mrs. Stickler.
See? Said Caroline.
Miss Toggle can't get her coat off because the zipper's stuck.
yes.
The principal said.
And there's a problem with the thingamajig.
Mr. Abel listened carefully.
He said.
I can see the pull tab is on.
The
What?
Said the children of Miss Toggle and the nurse and the principal all together.
I said the pull tab's gone. Don't worry, I've seen worse.
Mr. Abel pulled a pair of needle nose pliers out of one apron pocket. He used the pliers to loosen the grip of the zipper metal teeth on the shiny nose shot. He just threw the cover the glistening lighting of Mrs. Toggle's coat.
Gently with his large fingers, Mr. Abel eased the lining away from the teeth. And then he slid the zipper down, down, down. It opened completely. Mr. Abel helped Miss Toggle off with her coat.
A happy smile spreaded over Mrs. Toggle's face. Mrs. Scott and Mr. Stickler and the children cheered.
Yippee! Yippee! Yippee!
Yippee! You should get a new pull tab for that zipper before you zip it up again.
I surely will, said the custodian. Said the custodian. I am forever grateful to you.
Then Mrs. Toggle.
The principal went back to important matters. Miss Scott rushed off to check a child for chickenpox. Miss Toggle and the children traipsed back to their room to tackle the timetables.
Mr. Abel pulled a small pad from his apron pocket and wrote himself a reminder. Remember to look up thingamajig in the dictionary.